Hi guys, welcome back to your daily tarot reading. I'm Ashley Rose and this is your daily tarot reading for Wednesday, January 12th, 2021. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 is my favorite number. And 3 is the number for new beginnings, communication. It's the Empress in the tarot and it's creating a life she loves out of love to share with people she loves and listening to herself and communicating that with the world, right? And that's where that communication comes in to birth new ideas and start new beginnings and have a very abundant life that you can, take your dreams and your ideas that you have and goals for yourself and bring them into this reality. I love this number. It's about having fun, being social. So when it comes to your dreams and what you're putting into and what you're creating right now, because there's so much creation going on around us, how can we have fun in that process and not make it so serious and not put so much emphasis and expectations on the way it turns out or the success that it has, but just have fun doing it because it's fun, it's authentic to you, and it just, makes you excited at the end of the day. Okay, this is the card. We have, I love this, at the bottom we have Ace of Cups and the Fool. I love this. And then today we have the Hanged Man in reverse. Perfect for Mercury retrograde happening tomorrow, because this is all about, the Hanged Man is about, surrendering and changing your perspective and letting go of the things that used to stop you and hinder you on the way. And it's also like letting go, but getting out of your own way, right? Broadening your awareness, expanding the way that you see the world, in order to get out of your way and to allow your desires to have a more clear path forward. When he's this way, he needed time to go within, he slipped upside down again, talking about that change in perspective. Maybe, he's the Hanged Man, so maybe he did something wrong in his community. Maybe he just made a mistake and he needs to figure out a new way on how to bring, again, his desires in and how to tune back into his intuition, because maybe he was acting out of ego. Maybe he was acting out of survival. And when we act out of fear, we act out of survival, we start then again attaching ourselves to things that don't really have authentic value in our life. So he had to go off and get a little perspective change. But when he's this way, he's like making this little 4 with his legs, and 4 is the number for stability and structure and security in your life, solid foundations. Also reminds me of the Emperor. We seen him pop up yesterday, and he's all about creating the space and being the authority figure in his life, because he's gone through things. He's got a long white beard. He's about, long white beard that symbolizes that wisdom that, he's been a little bit on the block. He has some experience. He has some knowledge for what he wants and what he wants to build in his life, and he goes after it. He creates the space needed, right? Clearing up our mind, creating space in our mind for those ideas to come in so that he can sit down on his throne and confidently lead his life, right? And so it's pointing forward, right? But it is pointing in the direction of our desires, and that also symbolized by his red pants that he's wearing, red being the color for passion, our desires, our dreams. Sometimes, like anger and those emotions, so pay attention to maybe extreme emotions today. That's why that was being brought up, because again, we have Mercury retrograde coming tomorrow, and this flip of perspective might not come easy to some of us. And, there might be some, things we have to change or things that we have to not acknowledge and take responsibility for. And that feels a little icky and it's uncomfortable. And sometimes that can bring up uncomfortable feelings inside of ourselves, like anger. But we have the opportunity to change our perspective and work through that today with the Hanged Man. That's why he's present. That's why he's here. And again, we look at the bottom of the deck, that's Ace of Cups, that's the Fool. This is love and blessings coming into our life in regards to this new beginning that we're on. So give yourself the love while we are embarking on this new beginning, and we're wrapping our minds around what that can mean to us. Also going into Mercury retrograde, talking about how it's going to really help us find that perspective. I love that he comes up today before that, kind of just, setting the tone for what's to come. And he's not a scary card. This is like going within, allowing yourself to be enlightened. When he's this way, he's allowing his vibration rise. He's allowing his ideas to expand, for his perspective, his perspective to get a little clean up. And then he's in a blue shirt, and that's your intuition. That's clarity. Again, that's communication. Mercury being the communication planet, we are communicating our intuition, what we receive from our intuition and our guidance, our internal guidance system in a new way. You know, we talk about big themes of I've been talking about big things of balance and, you know, peace, but it's also, you know, finding that from our intuition and leaning in on our intuition in times where we feel a little upside down, we feel a little unsure, and grounding back into that. We're still in Capricorn season, so the grounding aspect is super important for us right now because there are so many things going on, you know, universally, collectively, individually, environmentally, emotionally, that it's going to be super important that we cultivate a practice for ourselves that helps us get grounded. Maybe that's meditation, maybe that's working out, maybe that's going for a walk, maybe it's just making yourself a really good meal and not having the TV on, not having music on, but just being present with what you're doing and allowing yourself to, again, ground back down and be in your body, right? And feeling and allowing yourself to feel, to, again, gain that insight that's needed. So what is the Hangman? He is 12. Amazing. New beginnings, fresh perspective, have fun with it. If you're changing up your perspective today, don't take it so serious. Don't be so hard on yourself about it. Have fun, you know? It's a really fun time. All right, that's where I'm going to leave it. I love you guys. If you'd like to know more about me, you can check out my website. That's ashleyrose.com. Follow me, check me out on Instagram as well. The links are in the description for that. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow in the Daily Tarot readings.